Then you know who on that is. And what you gonna start with?
I think we should go in order as much as possible. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I don't have none.
Well-
You know, the older people, they all out in California. But I said, I know, I was looking for them. I said, no, I didn't bring them. A lot of pictures, I just pick out some and bring them out. A lot of them I didn't, I left them there. And so that's where they end up at.
Or maybe by person.
Yeah. Well,
Like we could do.
we do like this one here. This one starts out with Grandma Flossie and Grandpa Fib. Start off with you, and then we go on with Dad up to present day, and then we can put that in one, and then the other one we can put in everybody, like all the aunts and uncles and people.
Everybody knows who it is.
If you don't know who people are, then we should just put them to the side.
Yeah, I'll just put them in an envelope, until I can. Not in California, she can tell me who who they were, but see, a lot of them I don't know who they are. Now you can go through them and start the book.
You might as well
gonna
take those
start
out,
off
Curtis.
Gonna start off with.
Do you have a lot of pictures of your parents? So
That's what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Most of the basic pictures is out in California.
Yeah.
So what you?
Now then you gonna start off with them.
Yeah, we can start off here and go on through here.
You might want to just take those out, honey.
Cause George is, cause I have Grandma Lula, I have her picture, and Jewel, and Smithy, but they all the pictures. I don't have them here, and I know that's where they are. See, I didn't bring them up here with me, and they gone to California.
Yeah.
That's all. That's most about him.
I forgot all about Smith.
That's the book I started on him, and that's part I got. And I didn't put nobody else nowhere.
That's my mom. She's always posing. She's still posing.
That's George in the back there. That's George when he was
Stuff from the back of it.
Now this wait a minute, that's some of the oh, that's why I had that picture first. You said, now that's starting out as beautiful.
Put those two up front. And this one. Don't rip that beautiful portrait.
I'm not.
Who's it? Oh, that's Dad.
See, this is some of my favorite.
Who's it?
That's, and Evelina's Willie Mae. Do you remember Willie Mae? And Evelina's middle girl. That's her daughter. Those her daughters too.
Man. I remember Willie Mae. I remember the name. I can't remember. I think that was the best picture I took.
You should put this up next to your framed uniform.
That was a different jersey though. That's not the same one.
Oh yeah.
That's the one we only use for pictures.
I was gonna say it didn't look
clean.
that good.
Because it was nice and clean. They wanted us to take some clean pictures. So we had some we had for picture taking, we had some for playing.
You know what you should do first, honey, is get them organized. Just, like see, look at all these. And like maybe put them in piles by person. Like here's all you. You know, and make a pile of your dad, make a pile of your grandma, make a pile of your mother. And if that's the way you want to do it, I think it's best to go in chronological order. So there's your dad, your mother. Evelyn King?
Yeah, that's my mother's. Yeah, that's Evelyn. This is more of her way back further than this. You ought to see them. I wrote across them the other day. They around here somewhere. Now this is my mother's sister's middle girl. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe put those
second cousin.
Like a pile of cousins. You know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
well, you can start off with her.
Is this? That's you with your grandma, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that should go in the you pile. Is that your mother?
Mm-hmm.
That's your father.
Dad.
And that's your mother. That's your grandmother and your father, right?
That's her with Aunt Fanny. You remember Aunt Fanny?
Aunt Fanny? That's my.
Yeah, I remember Aunt Fanny.
What's my aunt's name?
Yeah, I remember her. I only met her a couple of times, I think, though, but I remember her face.
I have an aunt named Aunt Fanny.
Oh, you do.
Is that your mother with her?
Yeah.
That's your dad and your uncle. That's your dad and your uncle. That's your mommy's brother.
Where are they walking here?
Skyline Drive, somewhere up there in the mountains. Out of Virginia, you know.
They almost had on the same clothes too.
Yeah, that's up in the Skyline. We went out to, that's where that is. Skyline up there somewhere. Skyline.
They both had on the same shirts but different pants.
These cousins, Marlene and Jackie.
So this is.
I don't know who this is.
Okay, then put it in. I don't know who it is pile.
Yeah, just go in this little bag right here. I don't know. That's Horace. Messing with that dog. Yeah, you remember? Yeah, you don't remember him.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's Horace.
Is this a special? Is it special to you? So we can.
No.
So maybe if nothing's special, then we'll put it here and we can
Okay.
dispose of them. This is your mother, right?
Mm-hmm. Now that's Melissa. Let's put it in.
Aww.
High school.
Now that's the one. Let me see. This one here. Those are her kids right there.
Oh, okay.
So that's the mother of these two?
Mm-hmm.
Aww. Who is this?
That's her mother.
That's your
my
mother's sister? That's your aunt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we should put these over here too.
And this whole book is dad.
Is this? Oh, that's your grandfather, right?
Let me see who this
Did you say that is, please?
Stepfather.
It's your stepfather. Okay, and who are these folks?
This is
That's your-
here.
That is?
Mm-hmm. That's Connecticut. Aunt Fanny's her husband.
This is your mother?
That's my stepmother.
Okay. And is that your
That's my
stepmother?
father.
They
That's your
look
father.
exactly alike.
Okay.
Yeah, don't they?
I can.
That's how
You
you
got me.
Now,
Where's
let me
Aunt
tell you.
Fanny?
Well, see, Aunt Fanny there. Well, you know,
Yeah,
Aunt
here's
Fanny
Aunt Fanny.
is her and Barbara relations too. You know, that family is all mixed up.
Yeah.
Mhm. Now, see, Uncle Eunice is Daddy's brother,
Uh-huh.
and Aunt Fanny is Sarah's cousin. Sarah's mama, and Aunt Fanny's mama were sisters.
Okay.
And Sarah is Barbara's grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Then Uncle Eunice married the sister. I mean, Aunt Fanny. So
I didn't know that either.
Well, that's, well, let me tell you.
Who is this?
That's not. This is this one.
Okay, that's her?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
That's
so that
her.
goes in this pile. And this is you, right? With your,
That's
okay.
it. That's me and
Yeah, I didn't know who that was at
I
first.
said, well, heck, I hadn't seen it in so long. I like to know who we were. And then when I found, I said, I'm gonna ask her to know who this is.
And she showed it to me. I was like, I don't
okay, so
remember who
this is your mother's pile. This is you. This is not, is this the same person?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now that's wait a minute. That's
No,
Uncle
that's
Eunice.
Uncle
That's
Eunice.
his brother there. That's his wife.
That's Fanny.
That's that thing. That's Barbara.
Okay.
That's another her daughters right there, and her daughter.
Who is this?
That's my mama when she was a baby.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What year was your mother born?
Honey, oh, I don't know. She was.
Do you have any paper? We should probably write some of this down.
Oh,
I'll never remember.
I don't
No.
know exactly when she was born, but when she died, I was the same age. And
I meant to bring a notebook with me.
I don't know what it is. Somehow.
Aw. Oh, this is this is your cousin.
You know what? I was looking at this.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think this is Donnie's son.
Oh, it's not. I don't know.
This is Aubrey.
That's who Joy said it was, Aubrey. But who is Aubrey?
Aubrey is Michelle's or Marsha's first.
First boy.
Boy.
That's when I said, when I told George, I said, George said, I thought that was Aubrey. I said, well, Curtis says Donnie's son. He said, well, I don't know. I said, I don't either. He said, but he looked like Aubrey to me. But see, I didn't know Aubrey.
It was Aubrey.
I never seen Aubrey.
Yeah, that was him. Cause that's you, right? Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Cause I realized it was Aubrey. I was going through my pictures. Right there. I was going
Aw.
through my pictures, and I saw a
That's
picture,
a nice picture.
of Donnie's son.
And he always sit up somewhere looking at it. He's staring at me.
I was always with my grandmother.
That's a nice picture of you guys.
Dad said when he get home from work, all he saw was two heads sticking in the window.
Look at your father posing there.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. That's who's that? Oh, now that's Barbara's mother. That's Barbara's little sister. That's Curtis. That's her mother.
This is Barbara's little sister.
Little sister.
This is your mother's sister.
Yeah, Zelfia. Yeah.
She's much younger than her.
She's in, yeah.
And
Her and
Daddy-
my,
Is
her
Mrs.
and
Seldon
my
taking this
cousin,
picture? Do you think?
She might.
She's probably taking the picture.
Her and
Now
Carmen.
that's Zelfia's father.
Zelfie and Carmen were
And
almost
that's
the
me,
same
that's
age.
George.
I don't know who these.
So that must be Curtis's birthday.
I think it was my birthday.
Oh, really?
Because that's when I was living on 85th Avenue. Right?
Who are these people?
I don't
Where's
know.
Grandma's
this
pile?
is down in somewhere in Alabama, Florida. This is Flora's family. I don't know who
Who's
this
this?
is.
That's Grandma Flossie.
Oh, okay. Where's your grandmother's pile? That's Grandma?
Yeah. No, this is Grandma Flossie and Grandpa Fed, and this is my grandmother's.
Okay. Gotta get our piles straight here. I'll put this.
This old house.
Took a lot of pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
We had worked hard enough building it.
How long did it take them to build it?
I don't
Christina?
know why, but I worked hard on the house. I'm tell you. I did some of everything. I thought I could be a one by myself when I finished.
You probably could. 'Cause I know it took a long time.
That's George.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it shows he said he's standing up there.
I wonder how I put them in Grandma Fox's pocket. This is Jackie, isn't it?
Who's he? I don't know who this is. Yes, I put this in the pocket.
That's the I don't know who it is pile. Aw, look at Curtis.
Yeah, I remember that picture too. We were late.
That's
I
a
was
nice
late
picture.
showing up with the pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, look at your dad. He looks cute here.
I
He
remember
always,
Mom.
he's another one like to pose. Both of them like to pose.
Uh-huh. This is this you and Grandma Foss. That's not Jackie, is it?
Yeah, that's one of the state down the street from us. I can't think of her name. It was Jackie's friend.
Who's that?
That's Dean.
Dean.
That's Jackie's brother. That's Dean. That's Dean.
Let's see. We gotta make it pop on there. Oh, who's that?
This is you,
Oh,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's me and Uncle Euless.
That's Jackie.
And that's Marlene. That's Dad and that's me. And that's Jackie and Dean here. Jackie and Dean, that's me. That's my dad. And this is Marlene and her little friend. I don't think I got yes, I do. That's Marlene somewhere.
And verse 3 says, and then the tempter came and tempted him. The tempter of Satan comes to us.
Now, I don't know who this
one of
is.
his angels, deceiving us, tempting us when we are in a weakened condition.
Who's that?
When we're strong in the faith, he leaves us alone. Because
That's Dad and Benny. I mean, gosh.
Tempting us, bringing us
Benny.
into the place of temptation.
He had a son who was in the service. Did you know that?
Sometimes, other times,
I don't
we
think so.
regain our strength.
Maybe it was George. He was in the same
But we
time.
need to be aware when we are weak in faith.
Who is this?
Tempter is there to tempt us.
That's some soldier out for a minute. I don't know who he is.
Oh, it's one of your boyfriends.
No, it must have been. It was in my mother's pack. Somebody
oh.
she knew out there.
It says to my baby.
But she was working out on the coast. I don't know who that is.
You posing on top of the car.
Oh yeah, I'm on
Who is
the coast
this?
too.
It says March 29th, 1936.
I don't know who that is.
Was anyone born around 36?
Not as I know of. No, I think this was in my mother's pack.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dad would be on red on his face.
Grandma and Curtis. Grandma and Curtis.
There's a whole bunch of them. I don't know who they are.
That's Miss Emma. You didn't know Miss Emma stayed right next door and her aunt. Emma Dawson. That's me.
I thought so.
Now these folks here, I don't know who Emma is.
Well, you know what'll be nice is when you and Curtis should go visit your mother. Your mother isn't living, right?
No.
Your stepmother, okay.
Now that's them too.
Oh.
I'm telling you back there, the folks ain't so for everybody, you don't know who in the world they are. You haven't seen them in a long time. That's my mom, like that too.
Yeah. That's her pile.
Oh, this is her
That's
pile,
Mom's
yeah.
pile.
I don't know. Benny, this is Benny Dad. I put him right there with me.
Look at this picture.
I don't know who they are either. Somebody.
So your mother probably had some friends in the military.
Oh yeah, and then you know who speak? Mine. Miss Flossie was taking the pictures. That's all you got. I told her to stand there in front of the house and she was gonna take it. And that's what she took. My
That
feet.
is your problem.
My feet.
That's you, right?
Yes. No, that's me. That's Osi. That's Dad. And that's my father.
That's your father?
Mm-hmm. He's in a nursing home now. And that's the one in California right there.
Okay, that's your stepmother.
That's her mother. That's my
Who's that?
stepmother's daughter. I don't know who this is. It's some of my mama's friends. There's some more of them. I don't know who all these folks are.
Trying to organize them so you can see them
Now
easier.
that's Willie made that in the Evelyn. Now look at that. We used to call it Evelina's Evelyn. That's Evelyn. Evelyn is sad.
Those are you, right?
Mm-hmm. Evelyn is sad. It's a creep. Yeah, okay. And I got some more pictures of Evelyn, and she looked so, you wouldn't know she was the same person. I don't know who this is.
Here, honey, I'll put that
If
over
I'm
here.
not mistaken, I'm not sure who this is. Wait a minute. Too late to me, they told me this was my mother when Aunt Evelina gave me this and said this was my mother when she was young. Oh yeah, cause she calls, Rita got it. You know, see that bracelet on her arm? She did love the bracelets. And then and Aunt Evelina said she loved it when she was little, bracelets.
Yeah.
And she got one on that, see, on her arm.
She
Stand up
sure
there
does.
barefoot.
That's your mother?
Uh-huh, when she got that bracelet on.
That's
when
your-
she was young.
Was that her brother or something?
I don't know who that boy was, but that was my mother then. And she stand up there with that bracelet on her arm. I mean, she wore them all the time. But every time you saw she had, you know, them bracelet on her arm.
Yeah,
Now where is her?
right here.
That's a nice picture that you have there. This is.
Let me see who is here.
I don't know who they are.
Oh,
That's me.
That's me.
Yeah.
But I'm snoozing.
you're snoring. Yep.
I'm snoozing because I need it. Now this here
That's your mother.
is, yeah, this here is, which one of these? This one.
This is her child.
No, that's her.
Oh, that's her?
And she grew up a little bit
Wow,
bigger.
Curtis, here's a baby announcement for you.
Mm.
That's him when you were, that's the picture at the hospital.
It's nice that they still have an announcement.
You see what you look like when you were born?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't have any hair.
You didn't. You got any on there?
Yeah, I
It's
got a
on.
little peach fuzz on it.
Well, that's all you had, a little fuzz. Just a little
I
bit.
remember mom used to shine my head up.
Hey, yeah, but
You remember it?
Yeah, she used to tell me. I looking all the pictures right after that.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
have
you
a
had
shiny
little,
head.
Well, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know who those are.
Grandma.
That's my mama hugging somebody. I don't know who that is. She hugging.
What house is this? Do you know?
Yeah, that's the house Grandma Flossie moved into. Where she went to California.
Yeah, the phone's up on off and on. Guess who called me the other day? I don't think you know her though. Ruby Avery. No, that Georgia one knew him and that girl.
This is Curtis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Down
Kirby.
in what we were down at
Domino's,
Donald's.
yeah.
Stand out there by that horse carriage.
Mm-hmm. That's the house in Georgia.
Those old pictures.
This one isn't that old.
I know, but that's the same house in those
Yeah,
old pictures.
I remember when we put those little bushes, they were big little bushes. And see how they grew over the years.
I remember wasn't there a dog or something next door
Mm-hmm.
and some chickens and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
Dogs and chickens and fleas.
Yeah, I
You remember your
remember
dad
the
was
fleas.
out there? You went out there and buy, cause it had it paved, you know, down between the houses where the water would run out.
Mhm.
And you was out there playing on that, and the fleas covered you.
Okay, these are people I don't know, and I just kind of organized them so you
Okay.
could easily look at them.
And your dad was out there spraying.
I didn't have any idea.
Now this is Melissa here. And she was here, that's her and her daughter. All them, now that's this other sister. That's the older sister. This one. And well, them two. She the older sister of them. That's my mama. You know, people just change from year to year.
Mm-hmm.
That's her. These, I don't know. They love them little, what the little place you go in and they snap, you know how them little bushes sit in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Eldon too.
Curtis, what's your father's middle name?
I don't have one, does
He doesn't have a
No.
middle name?
it? No, George Seldon Jr.
Why does he not have a middle name?
Cause they didn't want to give him one.
Really, you just didn't, there was no, why did you name him George?
That's my grandpa.
That's his grandfather's name?
That's his father's name is George.
Yeah,
And
my
he's George
grandfather.
Jr.
Ewoodie. Do you have a middle name? And your Stafford is your maiden name, right? And did George Senior have a middle name?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't never know it.
Are you going to church?
Yeah, that was in
New Jersey?
New Jersey.
Your father's birthday is the 25th of November, right?
Yeah.
1940. And your birthday is in October? October
The 10th.
10th?
That's it.
Of 2024, did you say?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Did you know George Seldon Sr.'s birthday? Where were you born?
I was born in Columbus.
Miss George.
Now that's your daddy.
That's daddy.
And George was born in Columbus also?
What are you doing?
I'm just writing a little tree.
Oh, from me back?
Uh-huh. Where were you born?
Washington, D.C.
What was your mother's name?
Adele.
Adele?
How did she spell that? Wait a minute. I tell you how they spelled it in there. They would spell it all different kinds
Sure.
of ways. I think she changed it this way in the obituary.
Oh,
We got
okay.
it right that time.
No, you should put that in there too.
Adele. Did she have a middle name? Do you know?
No.
It says Adele M.
Adele M.
And her last name was Farrar but she was Stafford.
Before. M. Adele M.
It's okay. Farrar.
Now her sister and them had that fixed out. Now I don't know what they didn't. I never knew what the M stood for. I didn't know she had an M. Nobody told me. She doesn't try to M.
Do you know when your mother was born?
No, I didn't know her birthday, but you see, her age was, what, 55, I believe, when she
She was
died.
55 when she died?
Mhm.
So 1967, 55 years to... She 12 years old when you were born?
No, I don't know. But I thought she said she was 55.
She died in 1967.
67.
That's right. 4 hours.
Break here for about 45 minutes. As I say, programming
was, that was born in 1924. She was young when I was born.
Yeah.
She was very young. Both of them were young. My
You were
father was
43. You were 43 when she died.
I really don't know.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, I never knew exactly her birthday.
Okay.
And I don't even know what
If
she
it ever
knew.
comes to you, let us know.
I don't know what she knew, but this one, she's the oldest one, and she knew, cause see, her mother died when they were all young, and then her father married again.
And this is your mother's sister. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that
She
your
was
mother's
the
sister's
oldest one.
name
She was
is
the oldest
Evelina King.
one. Mm-hmm.
Where was she born? Do you know?
They were all born in Columbus.
Okay.
As far as I know, you know.
My dad will put all this in our little family tree. My dad will find out everything for you, probably.
Now I don't know whether it probably could. I don't know how to find it out. And Evelina dead now too, and I don't know what the kids know. No, cause see that's where I got the background from Aunt Evelina, you know, and she was young too when her mother died, and so I don't even know whether they even knew, you know, the birthday and thing.
What was your father's name?
He was a Stafford.
Do you know his first name?
Yeah. What Dad's
Is that
name?
Jackie?
No. Who? My dad was named Frederick. That's Jackie and Marlene.
Where'd your
Where?
pile go?
I don't know where Jackie and Paul. Put them in, that's Jackie and Marlene.
Do you know these folks?
No, I don't know that.
It's now 25.
So your father was also from Columbus, though.
Uh-huh.
Were they married until he died?
This is Family Radio
Mhm.
worldwide.
And do you know what year he died?
This is John Pitzer to talk again with Bill Thornton. Bill is a member of the Family Radio.
How old were you about?
And we've been talking recently about praying for the board of directors. Please be doing that.
I don't
Bill is,
remember.
back today to talk a little bit about,
I did know,
an area
but I can't think of it right now.
Okay.
You know.
before becoming a member of the board, and that's the supervision of the print shop operations.
I should have some papers
Just
or something.
Oh, where did we put that book, Curtis? Did we take that little? Oh, here it is.
And mail room and
Yeah.
there's mailings that we do, so we're not only doing printing of it here for Family Radio, but we also do a number of processes and distribute the literature and stuff. And that
Your mother?
has to be coordinated.
Mm-hmm.
as we coordinate with all the other departments, because I remember you told us before in the past, that you always have someone from one of the departments coming and saying, well, I need this, I need that too. And it's a big process.
It's still on the print shop, and it's a lot of functions of Family Radio. They're sort of in the background. It isn't,
If Duke Mike can tell me, you remember when I came back from the funeral, you was studying for the exam for graduation?
place in terms of producing literature in booklet form.
From Damascus.
Just to send forth
Cause you know I
Yeah.
brought you some potatoes.
Yeah.
Pie
that
back, and you
was-
was at the.
That would have been. That was 87.
distribution.
Well, he knew
That was when your father died?
It was 87.
Wow, he lived a long time.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember because you was studying, you was so upset, you know, and I came on back. Your daddy, he stayed down there, and I came back, and you met me at the station,
Mm-hmm.
and you was
Yeah,
all
that was
upset, and I
87.
was sitting there talking to you, calming you down because you was studying for the test for graduation.
So your father, did your father remarry? No, because your father and mother were married a long time, right?
My father and my mother wasn't married too long.
Oh, okay, so they got divorced.
Yeah, they got divorced, and in those days, you know how the coats are. They gave me to him because I was a girl. And back in those days, they would get a boy to the woman, the girl to the man.
Really?
Hmm. And I was given to my father, and my grandmother raised me, my father's mother. And them the pictures of Maddie, Grandma Maddie and Grandma Papa. They the one raised me. And then when I got when I was starting school, I had to go to school. They had a little, you know, they didn't have school for blacks then, you know. They had the church school at the Mount Pilgrim. They had a little, it's called like a large hall, was next to the church. And that's where we all had to go to church. Go to school in this little lodge. And 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 then when I got big enough, then my daddy moved to up in Winter. He got married. He moved to Winter, and then he took me up there where I could go to school up there, you know, in a regular normal school.
So you went to school from the church?
Yeah, you know, the church had a building there, called it the Lodge Hall or something, and they had one room, one room, and everybody went in the same room, all the grades. They had a teacher, and all grades was in the same little room. That's when I started. I remember the first day I went, I cried all day long. I didn't. And so when my father, a little after that, he married Miss Flossie. And
that's Grandma Flossie that you talked about a lot.
and they moved up and they said we was out in the country, out on the farm, you know. And then they moved up, call it Winter, East Winter, you know. And he moved up there because he didn't like the farm. He never did like the farm. Him and my other uncle, he just did it, but Jack did. Yeah. So he went out and he took up cement mason. And he went to start doing that, and he moved to Winter, and then that's when he took me up there where I could go to school there, and I've been with him ever since.
So did you see your mother when you were growing up?
Mm-hmm, I saw her. She tried to steal me. I don't remember. She would come out to see me, and she came out there and got me, you know, she had somebody, you know, we stayed, where we lived, it was a country road, but up further, it was a hill like down, and somebody brought her there, and they parked on the other side of the hill, and she walked over there to see me. And while we was out there, she would come to see me, and she took me, and he eased me. It was gonna try to take me back, and they would let her. They ran and called her and took me back. That's what I was told, you know, and I was little, cause they had give me to my dad.
So how old were you when they were divorced? Very young?
Now I was a baby, I guess.
Were they married?
Uh-huh.
They did marry.
But I don't remember any of that.
Sure you don't.
And my grandmother, Mattie, which raised me until I got school age. And my Aunt Nancy. That's the one who was in Buffalo. Where Dad said that was the coldest place in the world.
Yeah.
So your grandmother's name was what, Mattie?
Mattie Stafford.
Maddie?
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when she died? Because she raised you, right? Isn't that funny how our
she raised me until I got school age. Grandma Foster. Until I got school age, and then that's when my father taken me.
Did your father live with you and Mattie?
Yeah, he lived. Until he got married again. He stayed out there too. You know, all of
in Columbus.
Yeah, we were all on the farm. All of Jack and him and me and all that. Cause
Who was Jack?
That's my father's baby brother.
Okay.
That's I don't know where you remember seeing Jack and I.
That's the one he always had a cigar in his mouth.
Now that's the one my great.
He was real short.
Well, see now that's the one I said my Primus. That was his daddy, and Jack looked just like him. So, and they named him after him. Yeah. You know, Jack was just like Grandpa. What was his name? Ooh, I forgot his name. I was so little when he died, you know. But I remember seeing his picture, you know, and Mama. Now that's my mama, and.
I remember Jack. I remember because we'd be sitting. I remember one day we were sitting out on the porch, and he pulled up in the car, and it looked like he was sitting on a pillow or something.
He might have been. He probably was.
And he had his hat on his head and a cigar in his mouth that wasn't lit. And he came up. He was talking to Grandpa Fed about something.
That's when he got mad. That time Daddy put his hat on his head and took him. He wanted to go back and shoot somebody because they had picked on him. He was mad.
Who's that?
That's my mama And these two kids here, sitting there,
Yeah.
that's them, and they grew up. And Evelina's
Oh, okay.
grandchildren,
All right.
and Evelina's daughter's children.
That one there.
That's my mom too. That's her two posing.
So when did George die? 87? George Seldon, Sr. died 87?
No, he died. No, wait.
Yeah, he died right after. Yeah, it was.
He was the one that you were talking about that he was studying for the test and he was very upset?
No, that was
No,
my
no,
fault.
that was her
Oh,
fault.
okay.
Well, George,
He died in 80.
he right after that.
Whoa, no, what was it? I remember. I think it was my sophomore year. That would have been 80. Was it 84 or 83?
No, he died after that. He did.
He did. I thought he died before. Cause I
No,
remember,
it was after that.
Cause I remember one time I went. It was during football season. No, maybe I'm wrong.
That's my mom, but I don't know who the other folks is there.
I'm trying to think now.
Flossie's still living, right?
Yeah, she's in California.
That's her too in that picture. That's
So were
her
they
in that
married
picture.
the whole time until he died?
Who?
Flossie, Grandma Flossie, and
Mm-hmm.
and so you think your father died around 87?
Yeah, that's when you was graduating from.
Yeah,
I mean, taking the
I was taking,
test. You
test.
just test, but
but I thought, Grandpa George died before him.
oh, did
I think
I
he
don't-
did, cause
he
I
did?
remember, cause I remember I had to take off. I was during the summer, and I was at football camp, and I had to leave football camp.
that was maybe his mother. But y'all went to Georgia to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
That was his mother. Because he was buried in California. I remember you all went down when his mother died. George's, when she died, and you all went to the funeral. Cause you was wanted.
That's your mom too.
That's her standing up there with somebody. I don't know who that is. She in all the pictures.
Did Evelina die?
Mm-hmm. Now that's
Now, who is she holding there?
the Evelyn and Willie right
Did your father have brothers and sisters?
My father. Uh-huh.
A lot of them?
That Uncle Euless was one, and
Euless.
Nancy was one, and Willard was one. She died when I was little. I remember her.
Euless?
Uh-huh.
Euless?
It's
Something like that?
yeah. I had it wrote
Okay.
down. I had it wrote down somewhere because they spelled his name. You know, everybody spelled it different.
So Uncle Euless
It's his
and
brother.
and
Jack
who else?
was his
Jack?
brother. He was the baby boy. And Willard was his sister.
Willard?
Willard.
W.
Now, how they
Willard?
spelled it, I don't know. Because I remember I was real little when they told me she died.
Oh, okay, so she died when you were young.
Yeah, when I was young.
Who are these two?
Hmm? I don't know. This little boy looked familiar. I don't know who that is. I have to ask somebody. Maybe George knows.
Do you remember what year you and George got married? You were really young, right?
Yeah.
Like you were 16 or something?
Yeah, I was 16.
So 40.
That's what
And then when did you divorce? I'm asking you all kind of questions, huh?
I got
I'm
the
making her
papers
think.
in that. So, let me see what they might be. in
Just
there.
around. How old was George when you got divorced?
He was about 5 or 6.
Oh, okay, so very young.
Yeah,
You
he
were
was
only married a
young.
few years. About 45. So it was at the end of the war.
It was the end of
It
the war.
was around the end of the war when you got divorced.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't remember.
When I try to think of dates, it's always easy for me to remember them. What was going on, when.
She love to take pictures.
Yes, indeed. They love, you know how they used to go in those, put a dime, a quarter in those
Yeah.
Mhm.
things?
Now they're $5.
That's Willie Mae and Evelyn, them two, this and this one, and that's
See
them,
what
and some, I
Curtis-
don't know who else that is. Didn't put them over here with this, I guess. That's them too. They love, all of them love to take pictures. We all like to take pictures, but
You can put Grandpa in there too.
Who?
Grandpa.
Grandpa? Is that Maddie's husband?
Primus,
Is that Maddie's husband?
Primus.
Primus?
Primus, yeah. I don't know how they spelled that Primus,
It's okay.
I don't know.
So Maddie's last name was Stafford, though, right?
Mhm,
And Primus Stafford.
Yeah. That's right.
Did they live in Columbus also? So everyone's lived in Columbus.
Yeah.
Do you know when your family moved to Columbus, or when?
When they moved to Columbus, when Fort Benning moved to, when they put the Fort Benning camp, because they lived in a place called Shack.
Shack.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what they told me. They lived in a little place called Shack, Georgia.
Okay.
And he was down where Fort Benning is located now, down in, that part. And when Fort Benning came in, they had to move away from down,
Shack.
From Shack, and they
To
moved up.
Columbus.
Yeah.
Who moved there? Do you know your Maddie and Primus? Do you think?
The whole bunch, Primus and Jack.
Oh,
Senior,
okay. Okay,
Jack-
so that's the generation that moved
Yeah,
from
Jack
Shack
and
to
who was
Columbus.
little grandma's name? Erlene, I believe. I think little Erlene was named after her. You didn't know her, little Erlene, and she the one looks like, she looked just like an Indian. Now she Erlene, and she was more like her than her mother.
Curtis, some
You know.
pictures just fell on the ground over there.
They moved.
So it was early. Who moved it? Early.
Who's
Cecilia,
Erlene?
you know they didn't know Cecilia Joy did.
Who's Erlene?
That was Prima Pa's cousin,
Okay.
Erlene.
Too far removed for me to
Now,
put it on my
Prima Pa,
little
it was
tree
two.
here.
Now
Jack is
the
Primus.
great grandpa Jack.
Is
And
Primus'
his wife
father?
had Primus.
Oh wait,
and
I can go
Cecilia.
there. So great grandpa was Jack,
Uh-huh.
and Jack Stafford also.
Yeah, and now I don't know what the little grandma's name was. Listen, it was her daughter. Was she named after her? She was named Celie.
Seal.
The daughter was. Now I don't know whether she was named after her mother or not.
Okay, so Jack and his wife had Primus.
Primus and what's Cecilia.
What do you think? I wonder what year Jack was born. You wonder how far back you're going here.
Well, I don't know.
You're almost getting back to the slave times there.
Yeah, he was. I don't know whether he was born in slavery.
Because
Jack,
I bet.
Jack. Well, I don't think it.
You were born. You were born in
'24.
24. Your mother was probably born in, 1910.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now,
your father was probably born around 1910 also, probably, or maybe 1906 or something. His parents were probably
My
born
father
in 80s.
was 86 when he died.
Oh, what? And he died. So he was probably born in 1900. 1900, 1901.
Wait a minute, 1917? Was it 1917?
How old did you say he was when he died?
He was,
88?
I think he was 86, I believe. Now, wait a minute, Miss Florence said in him, he was about a year, I think he was a year older than her. and she'll be 90 this year.
Okay, so if he was 86 when he died,
I believe it was 86,
maybe it was
85.
76. Because if
No, it
No,
wasn't
he
that
was in
long.
his 80s.
It
He
was-
was in
Okay.
he was in his 80s when he died.
And
But
he
I
died
don't
in
know if it was
87.
85 or 86.
well, okay, very close though. He was
Hmm.
probably born in 1900.
She's 90.
I mean, he was a
He
right.
would have been 91.
Mm-hmm. Nah.
That'd be 1906.
His-
1905.
But you said he was about 1987 when
Wait
he.
a minute.
he-
Was it
you must-
1907? Was it
Well,
1907?
she's 90 now,
Uh-huh.
and he was a year older than her.
Uh-huh.
So he, was
So he would
be 91 today.
91.
So he was born in 1906. About
1906.
1906. That's the
Yes.
same year my grandmother was born.
Yeah,
Somewhere,
like
somewhere in there.
1906.
What's 1906 plus 86 plus 6? So isn't that, then he would have been 92 when he died, and he would have been died in 1992. He died when he was 86.
I think he was I'm
okay.
not sure.
Okay, well we're
I'm
close
not
enough.
sure.
But anyways, you're talking 1906. Then Maddie was probably born in 1880
Somewhere.
or 1885, or 1885.
Mhm.
Jack Stafford was probably born in 1960 or 1860.
Somewhere back
You're going
there.
far.
But
far
I don't
back
know what
there.
he was. Now wait a minute. Somebody was that was Miss Flossie. His mother was born the year after slavery was
Abolished.
Uh-huh.
Whose mother?
Miss
Flossie.
Flossie's mother. And I
You
imagine
should
my
really
mother.
go see Flossie with Grandma.
Well, now she probably will remember everybody's
remembers
age and
everything.
name and everything
She
else.
remembers everything.
Well, you should talk to her about it because Curtis, once these, you won't know this stuff anymore. Jack Stafford's parents were probably slaves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Slave
Probably
children.
was. Yeah, because see, they came down in southern Georgia down there. All down in there. And see, and that's when they said, now Jack's wife.
The one we can't remember her name, probably Seeley.
Yeah, it was Cecilia, because Cecile and the daughter was named Celie, and Cecilia was named after her, and I don't know if Cecilia was
Okay,
named
close
after her
enough.
mother or not. And they came from down in the southern part of Georgia down there, and they was in shack. And now Jack's wife, it was her great grandmother, I think, but they said was Indian. Now I heard that when I was little.
Okay.
So her great grandmother.
Was Indian. Now that would be my father's great grandmother.
Okay, Cecilia's grandmother, great grandmother was Indian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was now wait, I'm not sure. It was the grandmother or the great grandmother. It was somewhere
Okay.
back. It wasn't her mother, but it was I don't know whether it was the grandmother or the great grandmother, somewhere there.
And like American Indian, Native American.
Seminole.
Seminoles.
Seminole.
Yeah, Seminoles down there in Florida. They came out of Florida somewhere down there. Now that's the way you got the O's in her bunch.
Yeah, that looks like her.
That's me and Dean where we are. Now this is Willie Mae, that's
Oh, see. I don't think
Who
we
is
got-
OC?
now
That's
the
your
one-
mother's?
That was the one on that picture. That's my
This is
sister.
Christina, Keisha.
That's OC.
Who is
She's-
OC though?
That's
I don't know who that is.
Grandma
That's-
Flossie's with in California, right?
That's her daughter?
OC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Grandma Flossie's daughter.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's Grandpa.
Who's
Miss
that?
Flossie. That's me.
I know you. I know.
That's Mary to go. That's two of my co-workers.
Oh.
That's my mom.
Is this a pile of your grandfather?
Mm-hmm. Grandpa Fed,
What did you call him? Grandpa Fed?
I
His
call
name
him
was
Grandpa.
Frederick,
Yeah,
but they call him Fed.
'cause-
Everybody else.
Frederick.
Everybody
That's your
else
father's
does.
name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grandpa Fred.
So that is your father and your stepmother.
Uh-huh.
Who's that?
That's Grandma
That's-
Flossie.
Okay. Wow, those are pretty bushes out in the front, aren't they?
Mhm.
Wow, so they were together a long time.
Yeah.
'Cause this is those two?
Mm-hmm.
Out in
They-
front of that house.
They look just the same. Look at those two pictures.
Mhm.
Look at his shoes. And that's Flossie?
Yeah.
Is Flossie her first name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a dog.
No, that was my sister's dog. We had to keep it when she went to Germany.
Why'd she go to Germany?
Her husband was in service.
That's Evelina.
No, that's
No.
Osis.
Aussies.
Oh,
Her,
you have another sister?
That's what it's.
that one there. That was my her. See, my
Oh,
father
wait, I
had
got screwed up here. Okay, what's your sister's name?
Osie.
Ossie?
Mm-hmm.
What's her last name?
She was a Hummer.
Hunter?
Mm-hmm.
And was that your only sister?
Well, see, we wasn't sisters. Half
She's
stepsister.
Flossie's
She's
daughter?
Flossie's daughter.
That's her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm catching on here.
See, now you know what I felt like when everybody started explaining it to me. I was like, huh?
That's why you gotta do this, honey, because you'll never, you gotta.
So I finally understand some of it now.
I tell you, it's complicated.
It is. I
Very
mean,
complicated.
This is in New Jersey, right?
No, that's on in Washington.
It is?
Mm-hmm. No, but see, you wasn't here then.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, you was. That was where we lived. That was in Washington. Up
So-
on 13th Street.
No,
somewhere
this
like that.
way.
That's the same building. That's the
Mhm.
building we lived in.
Okay.
We stayed there. I would come. See, I was visiting from New Jersey at the time that those pictures was taken.
Okay.
so this is Frederick,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and that's Frederick and your mother.
No, that's
Flossie.
That's Flossie?
Uh-huh.
She looks different without her glasses. Okay, and this is Flossie's daughter.
Right, Ossie.
You can get them all separated.
Mm-hmm.
Did George, your husband, did he have any brothers and sisters?
What is that?
He was an only child?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But his father, or
Now that's the ones I said the picture. I had his sister's picture, his grandmother's, and Smithy, and all. Now they're the one what out in California. I know that's where they're because I had them at the house. You know, we had this stacks of pictures, and I would just pick out some when I'd go home and bring some back. But Miss Foster had the bulk of the pictures.
yeah, but he was his father was one of what, like 13 or something like that. And wasn't there one of them that was one of like a whole bunch of boys or something?
Who George's?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know his father too well. He the one disappeared and they never found him.
Wasn't it very uncommon to be an only child?
Yeah, I imagine so. But
So
they
when-
just said
like,
only
when you
child.
were When you were growing up, did a lot of your friends have brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Because you lived on the farm and they needed people to help you with the farm,
But
right?
I was the only child, you know, of that bunch. After me, and then George was the only child after that. That was evil enough.
Yeah, I remember somebody saying that after that. Somebody was like one of like 10 or 12
See, now that
kids.
was, that's George, Curtis, and George's father.
Is this George's father?
Uh-huh. And that's the brother.
This is
That's one of the brothers.
Jack?
No,
No.
that's...
Euless?
No.
That's on my dad's side of the family.
That's your dad. That's George's father.
Yeah. George,
This
okay.
is on my dad's side.
Okay, so this is George. This is Curtis's biological grandfather,
Right.
George Seldon. And who is this?
That's his brother.
His brother? Oh, so George wasn't an only child.
No.
I thought you were talking about my George.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I thought I meant your husband.
No,
Your first
no, it was a lot of them. It was.
Yeah, he was. Weren't they like one of like 10 or? I forgot somebody was saying it.
Well, it was. Let me see. Bo, the one they called Bo. and Smithy, Jewel, and Humble, and
Let me write it
I'm sorry, what?
down.
Bo,
Bo?
the one they called Bo was the oldest.
Bo,
And then,
Smithy.
no, gosh, what is her name? The oldest,
Is it Jewel?
no,
No.
Jewel, the next to the, no, she one of the, I think she's the third. Oh, Charlie Mae it was Bo, Charlie Mae. And
Charlie May is a girl?
that was the one of the two older ones, Bo and Charlie Mae. And then that was Jewel, and then Humble.
Humble?
And Humble, they called one was Humble. And then the next one was, let's see, after Humble, was George.
Okay.
And after George was that one. What's his name? Was only,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
He's the one in Atlanta.
He still lives in
I
Atlanta?
forgot.
The last time I heard he was, you remember his name? I don't remember it. It was so many of them. I know Humble, and then, but the one they called Booster was the baby boy.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ben.
Really?
Ben was right after George. Ben was
Okay.
right after Ben. The one they called Ben, and then that one was next. There was a lot of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you have Smithy then?
Smithy?
Smithy, yeah, I forgot Smithy. She was one of the older ones too.
2 girls?
It was
Oh, it was
one,
what, 3 or
two,
4?
three. It was 3 girls.
3. Yeah, I remember he was one of a lot of kids. I remember somebody saying something about it, but that's all I remember.
I just thought his name the other day, but now I can't think of it.
I remember Mike saw this picture and he said that was the induction into the family, like a Godfather or something.
Yeah,
like that.
that's
That's
cute.
induction to the family.
How long did you go to school?
Oh, I went till I finished the elementary.
I think my grandma went till she was in 3rd grade.
I went to finish the elementary school. I ran across my graduation thing, and I don't know what it did with it. It's back there, some of that stuff.
Graduation from elementary school? That was usually when the girls stopped going to school?
Yeah, mostly, and then see, they didn't go all the way to high school like
Right.
like they do now, you know. Because all the schools were separate,
Right.
and they just cut it off.
And they didn't have schools for blacks. So.
No, and then they started going to the 10th.
Going out of order.
You had one.
No.
Well, I had to get 2. Good thing I got 2.
Okay, so should we put him in books?
You
Yep,
kid
he
him.
looks just the same.
Yep. Oh, I kid him because it looks like he has a helmet on his head.
So funny seeing all boys.
Okay. Now we're gonna start.
I'm looking.
Start. Should start here. 'Cause that's where everything starts anyway. Start here. And then branch off.
Because I don't have the pictures from back to my dad's side.
Yeah. We'll start here and then go. Put them in there.
So Curtis, how did you get
Start
the middle?
here, and go down.
How'd you get the middle name? Bernard again?
His mother gave him that
Oh.
name, and I don't know
I don't know where it
why.
came from.
But for some reason, she gave it to him.
I mean, I was named Curtis after Uncle Kurt. Yeah. I
Who's
knew
Uncle
that.
Kurt? Your mother's.
That's what my mother said.
Okay, we don't
I
have
don't
that.
even know how he's
That's,
related. Is that?
That's Alvina's brother. Your
Okay,
grandma
all right,
Alvina's
yeah.
brother.
That's your
That's
mother's
Barbara's
side?
mother's
Okay.
That's my
brother.
mother's side.
Okay, so we'll have to get to her someday. So what you should do now is like try to put them in chronological order. Like how old she was and like this is the last thing.
Yeah, well, this should be.
And who is this? This is
Those my daddy's sister's kids.
they could probably
Dan Willard, the one that died, his sister.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Do you have any scissors?
Mm-hmm.
What we should do is just try to cut around things and cut off the sides.
I don't know who that is. I put that in that bag.
Yeah, this is her as a little baby.
That's an amazing picture to still have.
Yeah, this is the first one, and that's after she grew up a little bit, and that's where it started on my side. Oh, my knees still.
Oh no.
No piece of paper down. That's just gonna write on it with that one.
Put this one.
Adele King. I think that might run also.
See what you find in
Adele.
King. And you don't know she had a middle name, right?
Who?
Your mother.
No, all I know was Adele. We used to call her Della. They used to call her Della, but
And then she went.
she wanted to.
Then she married Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't need to put her last name now.
I think you should.
What do they call her? Della?
You know what I would do? Maybe make a under here Stafford, and then she remarried again, right?
Mm-hmm. For Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea? Oh, Stafford. So we don't know when your parents married.
How do you spell it?
Yes, in the wrong.
Farrar. And what I would say is born Columbus, Georgia, date, and then put a question mark.
I don't want to put the date.
And then
Question mark.
I think you should put the date she died.
Born.
May 9th, 67.
5. 9, 67.
It may name me after her, I don't know. That's what he
So-
told me I got my name from, because I wanted to know where it come from.
From your aunt,
From my mother's aunt.
So your
your
great-aunt.
grandmother's sister?
No, her grand. Oh.
My mother's aunt.
Yeah, so then your grandmother, or grandfather's sister.
I don't know whose sister she was, or whether it was a
Someone,
mother.
okay.
Yeah, she was an aunt, I don't know.
And her name was Ewoodie also.
Yeah, I don't know, what end of the family she was on, the mama's side or the father's side, I don't know.
But you've always been called Woody, right?
Mhm. Hmm?
It looks brand new.
What is it again?
That was some long years ago. She was working on post before she went to New Jersey. That pen, I had one too, but I don't know what happened to mine. When I worked
Whose
out
is
there.
this?
That's my mother.
So she worked on the,
She worked on the post.
That looks brand new.
what did she do on the post?
She worked some office or another. I don't know what. She worked at the house. You know they had quarters for the families on the post, and she worked for one of the officers. I don't know.
Did you work on the post too?
Yeah, but I worked at the laundry, the quartermaster laundry.
That's unbelievable. It looks brand new. Looks like somebody took an old picture and put it inside of a brand new button.
Maybe she lost. I don't know. But I had one. I don't know what happened to mine. You had to have this to, when you went in, you had to have it, to get into.
Like an ID tag.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's in I want to show you something.
What is that?
Oh man. Did mom give you that?
I go on my charm. I never did
Little
put it up.
Curtis. I could wear that on my neck now, honey.
I never did. I was supposed to put it on here, but I never did. I'm not a jury wearer.
Yeah.
What is that any good? That was my mama's. The lady she used to work for New Jersey gave it to her. I kept it. I don't know what it's, I said it might be diamonds. I don't know. Oh, you can't do that. I'm bringing out all this stuff. You won't have time to see all
No,
this.
he should look at it too.
I don't know if that's any good or not. I can't tell from the back because it's covered up. And it's old. Maybe if you clean it up, you can tell. It glitter a little bit if you hold it on. It's so little.
Yeah. Is that a hairpin?
It's a, no, it's a pen. You know what you wear on. Like,
Oh.
That's my mother's ring.
That is your mother's ring?
Yeah, it's a ring. The Tars gave it to me after she died. Let me keep it.
Wow. She had big fingers. My grandmother's ring can only fit on my pinky. That's really pretty.
I tried to see what it was, but I couldn't tell what they writing. They're writing
Here, I can see it.
writing too little in there, man.
You know, maybe I can't see it either. Oh, you know, it's 14 karat gold, art carved. That's what it says.
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell, but I could never did see what that was. You know, people don't wear this no more. I never did get too much for the jewelry.
Oh, let's see that one.
No.
What's this called? A cameo?
I think so. Oh,
My grandmother had a brooch, I think. Cameo
Yeah.
brooch. Oh yeah. It's matching. Whose are these? Your mother's? These must have been fancy then.
I don't know. I told you she loved the jewelry.
Yeah.
That's when you every time you step in that baby picture.
Yeah, she had a bracelet.
Had a bracelet on. Had dress hanging all barefooted, but she had that bracelet on. And I know ever since I knew it, she had always have one of those bracelets.
Yeah. These two are those two right there, right? These two.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Okay. I'll put these pictures in here.
This looks like my grandmother's jewelry.
She loved that jewelry. I got another box with it. She loved her jewelry. I don't wear no jewelry.
What year are they? That might be why you're keeping them. Can we see them?
We supposed to new glasses.
Are those the
1923.
ones you just got?
These bifocals gets me confused. I can't see nothing much.
This is 1923, 1919, and 1935.
I'm gonna keep them.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm keeping them.
That's why you kept them. Penny's been around before any of us have.
Oh, I got 100.
Look at that one, Curtis. Look around it. See how there's little marks in it?
You know, I was thinking we went to the World's Fair when it was in New York, out in Long Island, up there. Well, not Long Island, out in, when the World's Fair was up there in New York. I don't know what year that was, but I knew it'd been a long time. And we went in a place they was putting money under some kind of, what it was radar, some kind of something you're supposed to put the money under there and seeing what it did. And I was wondering that's why I kept these pennies. I don't know, I'm not sure. I know we went in all kinds of stuff. And I had a lot of Kennedy $50. I spent them all.
1935.
Oh, 1935.
Mm-hmm.
I spent I got broke and I spent those Kennedy. I got one from 1981, 1990. Got two from 1990. Collector might own one of them some of these days.
Yeah, hold on.
Hmm.
We gotta hold on to them.
Yeah. I've been holding on to these dollars. 1878, 1888.
Great.
1888?
You know what I said?
Oh my gosh. That's the year my grandfather was born.
Oh, really?
My father's father was born in 1888. That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1878.
Oh, that's what that is?
That's 1888. This is 1878. Wow, those are great things. Don't ever get rid of those.
No, I keep these.
Put some back in a little change purse.
Definitely keep them.
This is a nice little box.
That was my mother's box. I don't know what it's supposed to have a hidden compartment to it. I've been trying to find one, but I haven't found nothing yet.
Do you really? There's not really a hidden compartment, is there?
I don't think so. But you know, sometimes you see those kind of boxes. They
Yeah.
do have things there, and I've been looking and looking and looking. I ain't found nothing yet.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's just
Maybe that's where she kept her $1 million bill.
maybe that's what I was wondering. Was something, but I ain't found nothing in all these years. I don't think that. I think that's just a plain box.
What is that? Is that a
Maybe
necklace?
keys to the box.
Yes, Mission, yeah, Arlington, Virginia. This must be a key to luggage or
Maybe it's key to a lockbox somewhere.
something. That little key, I don't know what that is. I hadn't found anything. It was locked up. Nowhere. They had no instructions, nothing locked away nowhere.
Down to Emma great grandma.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
Yeah, I don't think it's no hidden. You know, sometimes
Nothing
you
hidden
see
there.
on TV, you see
Yep.
them with these little boxes they in all that has a compartment. I done looked and looked. I don't think it's no compartment here. It's just a plain box.
These are in New York too. In New Jersey.
This, so, I don't know what this is. This must be in New Jersey. When the kids, I remember them kept going up there to see her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they were still in New Jersey. I don't know what it was in. Now, Evelyn lived in Long Island. So I don't know which way it's out in Long Island, New Jersey. I don't know where that is.
Have you ever heard of jumping the broom?
Yeah, I heard
Did you jump the broom at your weddings?
No, we were married by a preacher. But I heard them used to talk about, well, that's what they used to do way in the olden days. They had the ceremony, they jumped the broom and they, you know.
Because it says here that marriages between slaves were illegal. Blacks created their own wedding ceremony. The bride and groom would jump over a broom, a symbol of the home.
Yeah, I remember him talking about that.
You remember who talking about it?
You know, my
Oh.
grandparents and things.
I wonder
guess
if they did it.
I don't know. I really don't. Because I don't think they were, I think they were born after
Yeah.
slavery. Now, my great-grandfather, Jack, now he might have been, I don't know whether they jumped the broom or what they did. Now, he probably was born in slavery, you know.
Right. Did you have a wedding or did you just have a civil service?
Just civil service. We were married at the preacher's house.
How about George and Barbara? Did they have a wedding or did they just have a
I
civil
don't know.
service?
They married up here.
Oh, you weren't here.
And I was in Georgia. They
Right.
married here in Washington.
Curtis, do you know?
I have the slightest idea. I've never seen any wedding pictures.
My parents went to Las Vegas and got married.
Who did?
Is there anyone special you'd like us to invite to our wedding that we wouldn't otherwise think of?
No, there's nobody up here.
Okay. We're starting to make our guest list, so we want to make sure we include everyone. If you think of anyone, let us know.
Okay. Because I don't know nobody here that,
And what we'll do is
Wouldn't know.
we'll have announcements that we'll send to people. You know, like if you have friends in Georgia that you know wouldn't come to a wedding, you can send them an announcement so they know.
there's so many with Willie Mae and Evelyn. There's a need for them. Yeah, they all them pictures. Jackie must have been with us. She got her baby got over there. There's one there.
So this is her older sister, and those are
Her grandkids.
these are her grandkids.
Oh, those are Evelina's grandchildren?
Them there on the picture with her.
So did she raise them?
Yeah, they all live there. And I'm trying to find it. Now, this is one of the grandkids, too. No, that's one of the daughters. That's her baby girl. That's, wait a minute. That's one of the grandkids. That's the granddaughter, too. Now, I'm trying to find Willie Mae and Evelyn. Yeah, as they call it, Evelina's Evelyn. Where's Willie Mae? Do I have Willie Mae? I don't know what Willie Mae is. I I don't remember. Yeah, that's Evelyn.
So these are the sisters.
That's Aunt Evelyn's daughters.
Okay.
And now wait a minute, now where the other one? That's the other daughter. That's the daughter too. And that's the same as her. And this is Evelyn. You got to put on Evelyn, that's Evelyn too. That's, now these is, I don't know who that is. Now this is, that's Willie and Evelyn. That's Willie Mae, yeah, that's her. That's her. And that's her daughter. And that's her daughter. Now she older than George.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is her right here.
Yeah, that's her, the baby. She's the baby, that's her. Now this is Evelyn and a friend of hers.
And this is that one here, right?
That's Willie Mae.
Oh,
This is Willie Mae.
that one.
That's Evelyn. This is Willie Mae. Yeah. This is the oldest one. The oldest girl, Evelyn. No, this one is the oldest.
Okay, so
And then
she's
her,
the oldest.
and then
and these are all.
all of them is.
These are her kids. These are her kids.
Yeah, this is her daughter. This is her oldest daughter.
Okay.
This one, and this is her granddaughter.
Okay.
Her granddaughter. This is, she is her mother. I mean, this is the mother, that's the daughter.
Okay, and this is her mother.
Mm-hmm.
She is her daughter. She is her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And these are the grandkids.
Yeah, they're one of the girls, the grandkids.
These two are.
They are this one's daughter.
This one's daughter.
You don't, no, that's Evelyn now.
Oh.
Willie
this-
Mae, Willie Mae. These are Willie Mae's two kids, see?
Okay. Right. So this is Evelyn too, right?
Yeah.
That's Evelyn.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Evelyn too.
This is